Hi, this is SLKJDFV from the Unity community, and this is the 8th or 9th update video for the voxel level dungeon editor. Let's get started. The toolbar has been updated a little bit. Not much has been going on with that. Main thing is this block thing is the only thing that's really been updated on it, and I'll get into that as to why in a second. I added a new button over here called Open Block Editor Window, and this is now how you create your own blocks in the system. It is an unresizable window. It has a set size. You just click Create Block, and then you select on the side you want to change the face of, and you select from the texture atlas here. It loads the texture atlas from the resources folder. It looks for a file called texture atlas, and then it loads all that data. So with this, you can create blocks that have different textured faces and things like that. You also set the blocks dimensions in here. Set its depth, its height, and its width. You also select whether or not it's destroyable and whether or not to calculate it in the occlusion. So when it goes to render the blocks, this decides whether or not other blocks can perceive it and enable or disable their sides. You also give it a block name to help identify it over here. And then when you are done creating a block, you just hit save and it closes it. This block is going to be 0.25 in height by 0.5 by 0.8. Okay, we're just going to call this. The name really has no purpose other than to help you identify it. That's the only purpose of the block name. Then we just click Save. And then you just come over here. And you click Open Toolbar Window, and there's the blocks. The texture you see here is the side. It displays the front texture. It doesn't display the top or anything. So let's see. So here we have our block. We're going to go to Create, and there's the dirt block. And here we have a regular stone block, and then here we have a very oddly shaped block. Now notice how it's occluding. That is because we forgot, or I forgot, I should say. I forgot to make it not calculate occlusion. Now that you know what that does and see how it works, now when I create blocks, you get to see its depth, its width, and its height. I did figure out the lag issue when I would hit play and it would start lagging. You'll see it here in a second. You see how it's lagging? This is because I have chunk container selected. Just deselect it and the lag goes away. And you'll see that the blocks you created are still calculated in collision and things like that. It all works, but now you folks have a block editor that's working. I will be adding more options and other things later. One feature I will be adding later is an enumeration called Render Style, and you'll be able to choose whether it's a cube render or a billboard. And a billboard will just basically be a crisscross going across the depth and the width. That's for things like bushes and other small odds and end things. So look forward to that in the next video. I did do some minor optimizations to the renderer as well. I'm always doing minor optimizations when I can. One thing is I had it so it no longer renders the bottom faces because they're never going to be seen by the player, so why render them? Why even have them? So the only bottom ones it does render are these ones. It just doesn't render the lowest value. It doesn't render these. It will render the top ones though. So it will render the top ones, just not the bottom ones. So just keep that in mind. Now I want to have a hollow shape of these. Click. And now we have a circle of little stone thingies that we made. Huzzah! So the system works perfectly. I'm just constantly doing minor optimizations and updates and things like that. As for the block editor, blocks can be anything between 0.1 and 1, because that's how big the biggest chunk voxel is 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. So you can't have a 2 by 1. You can have a 0.5. 0.1. As long as it's from 0.1 to 1, it doesn't matter. It'll do it. Destroyable means you can't click and destroy it. I'll actually show you that in a second, right now. In a second. I'll show it to you right now. So I have that selected to non-destroyable. Initialize. Oh, apparently I also have its height lowered. Okay, I guess that's 0.1. And now, I can't destroy it. I can destroy these, but I cannot destroy these. So, that's pretty much it for this update. As I said, I'm still working with this. Next time when you hit save, it's gonna, the next update, I'm gonna add in a feature so when you click save, it'll go through and update all the chunks and update all the blocks to their new, newly set values. As of right now, it does not do that, but it will when I'm finished. So, yeah, you just create block, then you select the block you want to edit, you select which face you want to edit, and then you select which area, which texture you want to use for that face. And they are all labeled for you so you know which one you're changing. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to be looking to hire some 3D modeling artists, some texture artists in a little bit, in the next coming weeks, for the engine. If you can, I would really appreciate it if you guys could donate some money on my webpage. Any amount is greatly appreciated. You don't have to, but again, it's greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.